Hello, NFA students. I'm Luis Colmenares. I work for SAP. I'm a customer success executive, and SAP is a software company who provides solutions to all type of industries around the world. And their mission is to make the world run better and improve people's lives. And we do that by providing software with high quality to support their business and their industries. What do I do in my actual role? I'm part of an organization that provides services to the customers. Those services are around the implementation and the operation of their solutions. And my role as a customer success executive is to help the customers to navigate into the different services that we provide based on their needs, their challenges, their opportunities, and everything they want to achieve. So that's actually what I'm doing in my role. So, what skills do you need to do that role? Well, SAP, because has a full scope of many different roles, and specifically, I'm an engineer by profession, I'm an industrial engineer. So, but mostly, the skills that I use for my job is to pay attention to details, understand the technology. There's a cloud technology, it's a premise technology. I don't really need to code, but I need to understand how the technology works and how that technology can support the industry and the business for my customers. So I want to make sure that they have something that gives them value for them and also for their customers as well. So my focus is to go into details, a lot of communication with the customer because there's a lot of understanding of things what's going on, problem solving because some of the challenges requires initial thinking about what's going on, how I can figure out a solution. I understand that you're going into a internship program in the summer, so I really want to advise you to pay attention to the details, right? And because you're doing from home, it's important to be disciplined. Start at the same time. Make sure that you attend the meetings and everything that you have to do it on time. Set the schedule because there's a lot of distractions while you're working from home, and that anything can take away from what you're doing. So make sure that you stick to the schedule and set up the breaks so you know there's specific breaks throughout the day. Focus on the deliverables that whoever is your manager or your mentor during the internship, to be clear about the expectations of what you want to provide because they don't see you and you don't see them. So you have to make sure that everything that's clear. So when you provide your results or your deliverables, that's something that was expected. So a good advice I can give you for your career, if you haven't decided yet, take a look at engineer. Engineer has a broad opportunities in many different spaces. You can touch every piece of the human life by doing engineering. So it will be fun if you want to have a job that is outdoors. There's a lot of engineers fields that you can do that. Industrial engineer, civil engineer. So there's a lot of opportunities if you want to go outside. If you want to stick into a designing room, there's also opportunity for that. If you like to develop a new vaccine, there's an engineer to do that. So take a look at an engineer, and there's always a basic part of the engineer that you can manage. Some of the challenges that I faced in my career was at the very beginning I was mostly working local. So eventually, in technology, the word expands. So now everything is global. So you have to understand the diverse aspects. The people that you work are no longer for a particular ethnicity, from a particular part of the world. You manage different time zones. You manage different cultures, and a lot of, which is good, which is actually great because they give you an infinite opportunity for outcomes because you're getting ideas on different way of thinking. So that's really amazing. But that's a challenge. But you have to train yourself to understand and to empathize with all different people that work with you. You know, you're not always going to work with the nicest person, or it will be sometimes difficult to understand them because you find somebody with a thick accent, but that doesn't mean that, you know, doesn't know anything. He's just probably the smartest guy in the room. So make sure to have your open mindset, and I think that's a challenge, even a daily challenge, because you'll find some things on the way that you don't understand that you need to learn to educate yourself. So I think the key part of that is to educate yourself on those differences. If I go back to my first job, what I would do different, I think I would become more um, self-educated in areas that I wasn't before. So try to learn things to myself, always waiting that, you know, my manager point me where should I learn, where should I go at the very beginning. So because I was kind of you know, starting and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. So eventually I was able to figure out what I want to learn and how do I want to move. So I think I would do different from started is um, become more self-educated, understand and train myself in difference and pursue some development myself rather to have somebody else tell me what to want, where should I go. So I think that is important. If you have, I think that's about it. If you have, you know, challenges, you know, make sure I wish you the best in your career. We all gonna have some challenges. Hopefully, the tools that you get in school and through your internships will help you out. And hopefully, this small chat can give you some little tips to move forward and become successful in your career. So thank you very much. And good luck.